Hi Scorpio Rising. Let's talk about the Saturn Neptune conjunction and how it might be showing up for you. So Saturn Neptune conjunction is the most significant transit of 2026. And what it's doing for all of us in some way is breaking down some things that have been calcified and overly strict or overly rigid, breaking down some old boundaries and borders, and putting in place some new boundaries and sacred containers so that we can grow our dreams. So really a beautiful transit, and hitting all of us in a different part of our chart depending on what your rising sign is. So as a Scorpio rising, this ability to put new containers around your dreams or build new spaces for your dreams is happening in your 6th house. And the 6th house is the house that relates to our daily habits and routines. So quite honestly, having Saturn in your 6th house is a great time to get your stuff in order. Just get your routines and habits and just really focus on what it is you need to do on a day-to-day basis to get to wherever you want to go, whether it's a health goal or a work goal or any kind of goal. Having Saturn and Neptune in the 6th house, I think, can really reshape that part of your life for you. 6th house stuff also deals with healing and healers or craftspeople, all that is 6th house kind of related things. It can deal with how we feed ourselves, both how we feed ourselves physically and how we feed ourselves with information. And again, those habits, like what are our rituals, how do we show up every day in the world. So for you, Scorpio rising, this is really a time to put in place, how do I want this to look? How do I want to show up? And what makes the most sense for me? What is the best plan that I can enact going forward so that I can build whatever it is that I am wanting to build? I don't know if I said it, but this is a 36-year cycle. So the last time this happened was in the late 80s. So if you were alive then, you might think back to what was happening then. Because these kinds of transits rhyme. It won't be exactly the same, but they have similar kinds of influence. So 36 years ago, it happened. Saturn and Neptune came together in Cancer then, and then now they're coming together at 0 degrees of Aries, again, in your 6th house. So great time to reform and rebuild and restructure and see how you want to transform this next chapter of your life. So let's talk to Spirit and see what the cards say for us. We are using the Spirit Song Tarot today. All right, so interesting. Scorpio rising, the opportunity is the world, and the world is all about endings. So there is definitely some part of your life that you are wrapping up, putting a bow on, and saying, you know what, that was great, and now it's time for me to move on. Now it's time for me to do something differently, to think about something differently, to process it differently, to that's done, and now I'm ready to move on to the next thing. So that's exciting. There's this opportunity. So whatever it is you're finishing, and you may have been finishing it over the last couple of years or so, you're really ready to step into this new energy, into this new sacred container. All right, the challenge. Interesting. The challenge is the shadow in this deck, which is the devil in other decks. So that is, strong energy here. So Scorpio rising, what this is saying is the challenge is not to be overly controlling. Sometimes we have a tendency to take the easy path or to do the thing that will get us most of where we want to go. And I think what this card is saying is don't do the easy thing. Do the work that you need to do in order to really get to where you want to go. So don't sell yourself short. Don't tie yourself into something. This card can also be about being overly obsessive about something or being overly connected to something. So I think that the invitation is that there's something ending. This world energy is saying something's over, something's done. You have culminated something. And in the next step, really honor yourself, be authentic, be vulnerable, do the right thing. Don't be inclined to sell yourself short as you step into the next chapter. Don't tie yourself to things that aren't actually going to get you where you want to go. All right, let's see the advice from the universe. Oh, this is nice. So this is the Seven of Crystals, and crystals are pentacles in this deck. And so a Seven of Pentacles is about the fruits of your labor starting to come into blossom, and kind of picking, being able to decide which way you go. So you've been finishing this cycle. There might be an easy way out that'll give you sort of what you want, but not really. And that's what that Devil card is saying. And the advice from the universe is like, really look at your choices. Look at the things you've been cultivating and growing, and see what really is speaking to the longing of your heart. What do you really want to bring in this next chapter? And do that. All right, Scorpio Rising, I hope this is helpful. See you soon.